Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Soul of Yamaya. Ooh, okay. I will be looking into feelings for you at this moment. Hey, Dawn. Just waiting for people to come in. Remember, we got full moon in Capricorn today. So manifest it. Manifest your soulmate. Release energy. It's in Capricorn. See where your placements are in Capricorn. Hey, Alex. Hey, Elle. I got a little bit of a different background today, just because it doesn't matter. Who cares? Hey, Faye. Okay. Yeah. Roles can be reversed. What else? Take what leaves, resonate. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Hey, Wendy. 9 out of 12 should resonate. It's gender neutral, so put what applies to you. Absolutely need to change it up. If you see the curtain moving, it's not a ghost, it's a dog. And what else? I think that's it. We will start with Aries. Okay. Let me just put on. Do I need a timer? You know what? Yeah, because I'll just babble away otherwise. I know me. I used to be quite good with timing, but now I feel, you know what? I'm just going to look at the clock. Okay, I'll figure it out. Hey, Queen Bee. Yes, everybody drop your placements. I got Aries, Venus, and rising Aries. Hey, A. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Okay, Aries. How are their feelings for you right now? How are your feelings for my Aries people? This person is already not. Sorry, I'm starting off so negative. I'm not negative, Nancy. But this person is very much closed off, guarded. They don't really want to talk about emotions. It's tricky to get through. How are your feelings for Aries? How are you feeling about Aries? They daydream about you. They also feel like you guys are connected. They also feel like they can't get rid of you. Like no matter what they try, you guys are connected on a deeper level, whether they want it or not. Why is it Three of Wands in reverse? They might have missed an opportunity with you in the past because they chickened out, or I feel like somebody got scared. I also feel like there's a heavy energy around them today during the full moon. I'm just attracted to the full moon here in the picture on the top. I feel like they were scared. They were emotionally not mature. Hey, the Divine Empress. What else? How else do you feel about Aries? They feel like they're a little bit intimidated by you. It could be that they feel that you are very much in control of your own emotions. You're very strong, and I do feel like they sometimes can feel intimidated by that. They also like your eyes. That's random. Yeah, they feel like you got all the attention. They are somehow intimidated because they feel like you are way stronger in all aspects of life than they are, but they also respect you. How else? How else do you feel about Aries? Yeah, they have a lot of feelings for you, but they're not admitting it. They also feel like they know they have feelings for you, but they keep on denying it, keep on trying to not go there. So deep down, I do feel like this person, despite being in denial, they know exactly how they feel about you. You got the Queen of Cups here. They're trying not to look at their emotions when it comes to you. Okay, I do feel like I need to put on a timer. Anything else for Aries? How else do you feel about Aries? They also sense that you're pure, innocent. You have nothing wrong. They do want to take you out. They daydream. Again, they daydream about you. I also feel like they wish there could be a day when you guys were together or could be together. It feels like they're imagining in it and they think, oh, it's just my, imagination. Just my imagination running away with me. I don't know why I got that song. Could be Motown related. This person also, there's a Harry Potter link. Very specific. Okay, thank you, Alex. 3 minutes. I'll do 5 for each. I'll put it on a timer. Anything else for Aries? How else do you feel about Aries? They see that you work hard for what you want, that you also don't shy away from conflict. I feel like you stand up for yourself. They also sense that you're enlightened, that you're very wise. They even think that you might dabble in witchcraft or you do spiritual stuff. So I do feel like they sense that spiritual side of you. But there's a missed opportunity. The same card. They feel like they missed out on taking action. This person didn't take action. I think they're really regretting that. Hey, Jade, my love. Okay, moving on to Taurus. And let me put a timer on. I got to put a timer on. 5 minutes. Put in your Taurus placement. Good, Queen Bee. Hey, Deb. Hey, Bodil. They absolutely should, right, Jade? I don't know if I have Taurus placements. No idea. Hey, Amel. Okay, Taurus. Person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about Taurus? How do you feel about Taurus, please? They feel like they want to, and I know, look, okay, guys, this reading is not necessarily going to be emotion bond. It depends on what the universe wants to tell me, how talkative your person is. But this person does want to talk to you. I don't know if it's about feelings. I do feel like I just lost it. Sorry, because I got sidetracked by telling you guys my, you know what, never mind. This person wants to talk to you, but I feel like if they talk to you, they know that what will come out of their mouth is a lie because they're trying to protect themselves. So if they talk to you, they might say, oh, I'm not interested, but deep down they are interested. So I do feel like this person is planning on communicating with you, but I also feel like they know that what comes out of their mouth will be bullshit. But they want that kind of friendship. They feel they miss that kind of friendship. They definitely see you as a friend and somebody who is very able to stand on their own 2 feet. It feels like whatever you touch turns into gold for them. They're keeping a lot to themselves. This person is very intuitive. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Taurus, but this person keeps a lot of stuff to themselves. They could be an old soul, but they don't appear as this. It's like an old soul ready to wake up. Why? They can't invest in you right now, and they don't want to because they know they're not in control of their life. The reason why they aren't investing into this relationship, if you are wanting this from them, is because they haven't reached the Empress state. They're an Emperor in reverse. So you could be dealing with an Aries as well. They do, however, want to like smooth out things between you and them. I do feel like when they think about you, it calms them down. You bring a calming energy to them. So as soon as they think about you or think about your name, they immediately feel calm. You have a very calming sense. They are really wanting to talk about emotions. How do you feel emotionally about Taurus? Hey, Jen. Hey, FK. How do you feel emotionally about Taurus? They want to have victory with you. I feel like they want to have victory with you, and I also feel like they want to explore where this can go emotionally. So I'm not sure if this could be somebody you literally just met dating wise. Doesn't have to be your no contact or whoever. So take what resonates, apply it to what your situation is. If it's not your read, it's not your read. But this is somebody who wants to explore the emotional bits of it, like see where it goes. If it's somebody you haven't spoken to, and it was somebody from your past, they weren't back then emotionally immature, but now they're ready to explore where this could go emotionally speaking, okay? Hey, Earth Vibes. How else do you feel about Taurus? Why is everybody getting Three of Wands in reverse? Every card is getting okay, Aries, listen to Taurus, Taurus, listen to Aries. They feel like they missed out on your love. Okay, but this is a person who thinks that you guys could potentially commit further down the line emotionally. I don't feel like they have the emotions just yet, but I feel like they can sense that it can go there. Let me look at this card. Three of Wands in reverse. They're also holding back sexually. They're quite attracted to you in a sensual way. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Earth Vibes. I really appreciate that. Thank you, my darling. Hey, that's my timer for Taurus. Oh. Moving on to Gemini. Gemini, put your placements in the chat. And everybody watching, sign in, chat, come into the group chat. We got 25 people here and only 10 chatting. Where's all 15 anonymous watchers, you out there? I don't think I have any air sign in my chart. I'm such a fire emotional ball of fire. That's what I am. Okay. Gemini. Let's put on the timer. How do you feel about Gemini? How do you feel about Gemini? Yes, cross watchers as well. Put it in. How do you feel about Gemini in this energy? Channeling full moon energy. How do you feel about Gemini? They keep biting themselves in the butt. This person sees you as very calm, very fragile, but I feel they keep on putting their hand into the meat grinder. They're hurting themselves emotionally. They might have hurt you in the past. They keep I feel like they're also drowning in emotions for you. They self-sabotage. This person is a self-sabotage woman. They also feel like they don't have enough to give to you. How else do you feel about Gemini? Could be dealing with the Leo. Emotionally, why? This person self-sabotages. They also self-sabotage their own heart. Like whenever something's good, they just destroy it because they feel like it's an illusion. I feel like this person also has trust issues. They're very, I can touch money. That has ground. I can't touch feelings. I've never got that feeling before, ever. But this person is like, I can touch a dollar bill. I can touch a coin, but I can't touch feelings, can I? Like I can't go into your heart and grab that. Oh, that got a bit sadistic and horrifying. Sorry guys, I'm watching too much true crime. Oh Lordy, Maya, focus. How else do you feel about Gemini? They're emotionally immature. You could be dealing with somebody who they can't, how do you say this? They are like masochists, if you hurt somebody, you can, I don't know how to say this. They prefer being hurt or hurt somebody over being vulnerable themselves. They might have walked away from you and now they want to come back. They're like, sorry, whoops, can I come back? They're very trying to get their way back into your heart, but emotionally they just continue to, screw it up. What else? This person might ignite a fire with you. They might come back around unexpectedly and then stop investing again. This person has an in and out energy, very wishy-washy. Like they start igniting something and then they shy away. It's like, why did you come back? What's the point? What else? How else do you feel about Gemini? They do want to take you out and go partying. They do have like that sense. You make them feel good. They feel like you guys can have a good time together. But emotionally, I just feel like they're not stable. They're emotionally not stable themselves. They're very guarded. They're very like, don't go anywhere near me. In a way, they're protecting themselves, but also I feel like they're protecting you because they know that they'll self-sabotage. 7 of Cups. Yeah, they are sulking. And I also feel like they feel a bit lost. Sorry, Gemini. Sorry I got that read. Wish I could get something better. What else? Anything else here for Gemini? They're also similar to Taurus. They're not really in control of their life. They're hurting and can just say self-sabotage. That's the only word I'm getting. This person is literally self-sabotaging themselves. You know what? This person, before I go to the next one, this person literally has wings, but 9 of Swords. They keep hurting themselves, but it's like you are an angel. You have that wings. You have that light within you. Just wake up. You might also be living rent-free in their mind. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Next one, Cancer. Put in your Cancer placements, please. Hope you guys all have some nice plans for the weekend. I know I promised a zodiac mystery. I still will. I promise y'all, it's still gonna happen. Oh, you're welcome, Amal. Okay, let's see. Cancer, happy birthday. How does your person feel about you, Cancer? How does your person feel about you, Cancer? They feel heartbroken. Maybe you broke their heart or they broke your heart, but there's a sense of they feel hurt. Clarify the Three of Swords. Why do you feel heartbroken? That was the end of the deck. That's all you get, Cancer. Nothing else. Stop. They're in some kind of heartbreak right now. Maybe they're going through a heartbreak, but it's quite a tough one. Whatever happened to this person, I feel like they are going through it right now. They might also be feeling it intensively. First of all, because we're in Cancer season. Second of all, yeah, because things aren't moving forward. This could also be your energy, Cancer, that you're feeling heartbroken by this person, but there's a heavy heartbreak here. Look, you got the Chariot in reverse. Cancer, that's also your energy. Things aren't moving forward. So I don't know which energy I'm picking up on. If this is yours or theirs, this could definitely also be a cross watcher read. So I'm a bit confused right now. Give me a second to get this right. Okay. How do you feel about Cancer? They're not taking action. Why? Because they're stuck. They feel stuck. You could be dealing with a fellow Cancer, a Pisces. They're holding back. It also feels like this person might be depressed. They're not going out. They're literally stuck. They're a little bit surrounded. I feel just them being in a dark place mentally. I don't feel like they're in the best state either. This person is also focused on what they love, as in their passion. You know, if they have a hobby, they're trying to go and just, if it's somebody who paints, they might just be in the room doing paintings. Whatever this person is doing, they're doing something that's trying to get their mind off the situation they're in, whether that's you, Cancer, or your person. These energies are too simple. So hey, Shamira. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Yohane. What I'm getting is that both you, Cancer, or your person need to listen to your intuition more. You got to silence the mind, quiet the mind, and trust your intuition. Like, believe what you believe will manifest. Sorry, that's just a one-off. You could be dealing with a Pisces here. Let me see. How else do you feel about Cancer? How do you feel about Cancer? They want to come back around. If this person has gone, they want to come back around because they see you as a security. How do you feel emotionally about Cancer? It's all about security for this person right now. Okay, if they're going through a heartbreak, I think they just don't want to be hurt again. They're not trusting love. When it comes to you, they see you as very stable. They do want to come around, but it's more about stability here. What else? How else do you feel about Cancer? They're very attracted to you. They're very attracted to you. They also might use you as a distraction. But I feel like emotionally, this person is not in a good place. Could be dealing with a Libra. There's some kind of balance that's not imbalanced. This person is off balance. Yeah, they're not themselves. You got Taurus, Libra here, energy. That's Libra, double Libra Cancer. So there's somebody who's not feeling like themselves. They do see you as stable. This, I feel like this person needs to fall in love with themselves, and they got their back turned to the wrong soulmate, right? So it's like they might even be in a karmic connection. Maybe somebody in their karmic connection hurt them. Sorry, this is a little bit of a scattered energy, Cancer. It was like a little bit all over the place because I either channeled your energy as well as your person's energy. So you gotta take what resonates. Oh, thank you, FK. Thank you, my love. Let me just, sorry, guys, need to put a little bit on the fan. It's so hot here. And then we'll move on to Leo. I'm so sorry to hear that, you honey. I'm sending you lots of love. Okay, Leo. Woo. Put in your Leo placements. Hey, Mel. Okay. Leo. How do you feel about Leo? How do you feel about Leo? How do you feel about... How's Sheila being around? Has anybody seen Sheila? I haven't seen her in a very long time. How do you feel about Leo? There's a very calm energy to this person, Leo. I feel very, all of a sudden, I just feel at peace. This person is not talking to you right now. They're not stable, but I feel like they found some kind of clarity for a reason. I'm just getting some kind of ding. It's very serene. Interesting. This person is healing. They might have healed from a heartbreak. This person is realizing that, I feel like this person could even be in a situation or a commitment that's very narcissistic, a toxic attachment to a person. They might be in a connection with a toxic person or a person who's unhealed. I don't want to, an unhealed person. I'm trying to watch my words. And I feel like they've suddenly just come to terms that money can't buy you happiness. This person could have been very driven by money, by status, but I feel like they're no longer in that state. How do you feel about Leo? They have a lot of love for you. They feel they're finally allowing their heart to open with the Ace of Cups. I just feel that kind of sincere, serene energy. They're very much in their feelings and they're finally accepting the love that they never let in before. This full moon might be affecting your person full time. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Libra, maybe a Cancer. Yeah, they have feelings for you. Knight of Cups upright. I feel like this person wants to give. They want to open. Theirs is the first time they've allowed themselves to feel. And there's also a freeing sense. So this person has a lot of emotions for you, a lot of love. I do feel like they're wanting to give. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Virgo. They're listening to their intuition because they've had this kind of clarity. How else do you feel about Leo? They might come in very fast. Yeah, they made a choice on no longer giving to something that's dead. Whatever their relationship is in, it's dead. It's no longer alive. There's nothing happening. It's literally, yeah, I don't know another word for it. Yeah. How else do you feel? I'll tell you in a second, Bodo. They also feel regretful. They might feel like time they lost you. At the same time, opening their heart, I feel like they've also accepted that maybe you no longer want them, that they've lost you because they're too slow. You know, that's the sense of, I'm sorry, you're too late. It's that kind of purity that comes to them, but I also feel like at the same time they might have already lost you. They are watching you. They're very much aware of your pureness. They're still connected to a third party, hence they're not taking a leap of faith. But I think things will slowly unravel. Maybe tonight with the full moon. I got the moon. I'm just hearing let it run its course, whatever this is about. Yeah, time is ticking. You know what? They're about to, like, things are about to somehow kick off in a way. I can't tell you what, but the first thing I got is with the Two of Pentacles, I'm getting that Cinderella energy of the clock strikes 12 midnight and then this princess becomes poor or, loses everything. So there might be a loss on their side, or they're finally being revealed that all what is glitter and gold ain't that glitter and gold, that money doesn't buy you happiness. Hey, Chris. Bodil, the deck is Tarot de la Nuit. It's a bit of a trickier one to read, so you need to be familiar with the suits, wands, pentacles, cups a little bit. Unless you're a really intuitive reader, but sometimes people can help with images. So it's a very intuitive deck. It's a really nice one, though. I really like it. And it's by Alexandra von Bach, I think. Los Carabio. It's like the scarabus, the Egyptian bug. Hey, Virgo placement, people. Put your stuff in the chat. Virgos, I wrote Virgo stuff now. Give it a go, Bodo. If you feel drawn to it, it's very intuitive read, less like, I don't know, intuitive card deck. Okay. Let me put my timer on. Virgo. What are they feeling? How are they feeling about you, Virgo? How are you feeling about Virgo? How are you feeling about Virgo? This is a lighter energy. Could be somebody with the name G or F. Jeff, GF. Getting that energy of those two letters. Just seeing letter G and the letter F. Somebody who's also very, could work in, sorry, this is very specific energy I'm getting, could work in the wind works, solar energy. And another energy I'm getting is somebody who's very analytical, mathematical. They feel like they've made a wrong judgment call. I think they're finding some kind of they're accepting that they've done a wrong judgment call in terms of you. This person could be somebody who's very logical, very much in their brain, and they thought they got things right, but they have to accept that they didn't. This person is also healing. They feel like they need some more time to heal based on maybe a judgment call they made in the past about you, but they're very clear on this. This person could also have a dog. Sorry, this is very specific again. Somebody might need to hear this. What is it to me? They are recovering from something. They might be on a retreat, going to therapy again. Somebody wants to come. Virgo, you're getting a lot of clear, concise energy. How do you feel about Virgo? How do you feel about Virgo? They see you as a friend. They see you as somebody they can learn from. You're not much hard work. You're very patient with people. They get a very calm sense with you. They also feel like you're a God sent, a heaven sent, like a gift from God in a sense. They feel like you're very in tune with your life. You're very spiritual. How do you feel emotionally? They don't want to talk about their feelings. I don't know what this person is. I feel like this person is similar to, I think it was Aries or Taurus, somebody who is lying to themselves about how they feel emotionally. They haven't said it out loud, but I feel like deep down they know what they feel, but they haven't accepted it yet. So they're still trying to heal from seeing you. They saw you in the wrong way. And I feel like they're now seeing, oh, I actually feel like Virgo could be a potential love interest in a way, but they haven't said it out loud. They're also not in control of their life. They might pretend to be, but they have no control over their life. I feel like they've lost control because they're now opening up to vulnerability, to their heart chakra, because they found that aha moment. How else do you feel about Virgo? They might try to force things with you and them to make things to calmer waters, but it might be them it's not going to be the right time. I feel like they're going to come in very inappropriate, in an inappropriate way, but it's not on purpose. I feel like they're just somebody who's still trying to control things, and it's gonna backfire on them. How else do you feel about Virgo? You're very giving. I do feel like they're going to communicate that they just want friendship right now. If they come forward, they're not opening up emotionally because they haven't accepted that yet or spoken it out loud. But they do sense that deeper connection. I do feel like if you told them, woman, we had past lives together, they wouldn't deny it. But emotionally, they're not willing to say out loud that you were or you are a possible love interest. Hey, Antoinette. Oh, my back. Okay, Libra. Put your Libra placements halfway through. Where are my Libra people? That sounded like a Southern accent right now, a really bad Southern accent I did there. I have no Libra placements in my chart. Whoop, whoop. Maybe some Texan people need to hear this. Hello, Air. FK Libra something. I love that. And I do need to do a zodiac mystery. I know I promised that. I just need to make sure that FK or Alex are there because I just cannot timestamp that one. And that sounds really selfish. But FK and Alex, you guys know I love you guys. So that's just horror. I'll timestamp anything else, you know, if FK or Alex aren't there happily. But zodiac mystery, nah. Oh, good, FK. Okay, Libra. Oh, timer. Oh, jeez. Timer. Libra, how does your person feel about you? Libra. Oop, there we go. They see you as somebody who is a cutthroat. In a way, you get what you want. You're very assertive, but it's in a positive way. Like you are a go-getter. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Why? They feel like it's not the right time to move forward towards you. You could be dealing with a Sag, Pisces, Cancer. They don't feel like it's the right move because they also, you know what, this person might try to dabble in spiritual stuff. Your person might dabble in spiritual stuff. They might be very zen, very spiritual. They might try to become better. They might try to enhance their spiritual abilities. I'm just drawn to Cancer now being very a Reiki master or somebody. Libra, you could be dealing with somebody who does healing, also who manifested you or tried to manifest you. You should, if you like this person, Libra, manifest them with the full moon. Ask for them or somebody better. Don't limit the universe. How else do you feel about Libra? Hey, Jennifer. How else do you feel about Libra? Could be dealing with a Pisces. They You know what, Libra, your person holds back. They're making it very clear that they're holding back, but it feels like it's a protective mechanism. Like they're keeping their guard up with purpose and they're very obvious. Like they might be obviously not talking to you. They might have ghosted you. They're not reacting, but it's more for protection. How do you feel? They're very attracted to you, Libra. They're very much attracted to you. They very much see you very good in bed. At the same time, you also calm them. You give them a calming sensation. They're stuck on you. They're very much stuck on you. They're very enticed by your spirituality. You have a lot of Piscean energy here, Libra. You got the Hangman as well. I do feel like they're trying to find faith. There's something about them wanting to like be more spiritually aware. They might get signs. You know what? This person might be receiving signs in their dreams, in conversations. It feels like your name comes up a lot. It feels like the universe is also trying to lead them towards you. But the timing isn't right, whether that's in their eyes or in the universe's eyes. I feel like it's also a bit of a universe timing saying not the right time. What else? What else? They're very secretive about how they feel about you. They don't really tell people. This person, I don't know, Bruno Mars, I'm getting that song Talking to the Moon. Got Cancerian energy here. Somebody's very much not wanting to show how they truly feel about you. They're afraid that if they vocalize their feelings, there's going to be conflict with another energy. There could be a third party here, so your person could be linked to somebody else, and they're very careful about what they say because they don't want to get into trouble. So they might be watched by somebody who's been keeping them, in their energy. What else? How else do you feel about Libra? You're their wish fulfillment. I do feel like they're watching you, but they've kissed a lot of other frogs. They might be dealing with somebody else right now. But that fire is about to burn out. You make them very happy. I do feel like they're being led towards you. With the sun, you could be dealing with a Leo, but it feels like she's being pushed towards the light. I do feel like this person is up for quite a spiritual awakening. Hey, Scorpio. Scorpio. Put your placement in the chat. Scorpio. Mine is Scorpio. Pluto. Thank you, Air. Appreciate that. Hello, Biscuit. Oh, hello, darling. Got a little visitor here. Wanted to say hi? Yeah. Some good energy. Hello, baby. Okay, down you go. I might do some tarot with the puppy here, with the doggy dog, with pick a card with him. Hey, Jasmine. Oh, he's the cutest. I love him so much. He's so attentive seeking, though. He just wants to cuddle every day, all day. But dogs give unconditional love, don't they? Oh. Okay, sorry, I've been babbling along. Let's go to Scorpio. Scorpio, timer. Let's go. How do you feel about Scorpio? How do you feel about Scorpio? How do you feel about Scorpio? This is somebody who's very specific. You could have, you know what? This person is they have a plan. I don't know if this plan is going to work out. Nobody's plans ever works out. There's also something about gambling and casino. I don't know. I just felt like I'm a card shuffler, somebody who shuffles cards, who might be playing his cards, trying to play their cards. This person, you turned their world upside down. And they were considering leaving somebody else for you, but they didn't. They might have not. But somebody went towards, they were afraid. There was a little bit of an intimidation about your energy. They felt like they weren't ready for you yet. I feel like this was all a timing thing. I do feel like you came in the right time to meet them, but they decided to go towards something that they thought was security. There was a big spark between you and this person, is what I'm getting. What else? I also feel like they know that you stand up for other people. You're very protective of your people, your family. You're very caring. You also might help the people in need. But they also felt like you were emotionally, I'm not going to say immature. Emotionally, you weren't, how do I say this? You give me another word for this, what I'm looking for, universe. Can you clarify the Queen of Cups in reverse? Okay. Don't take this the wrong way, Scorpio. Your person might have thought that you were too willing to commit, like you didn't have enough self-respect, self-worth, self-love, which I feel like a lot of us didn't. You know, we meet somebody, we want to commit, we want that, and then we learn and we're like, oh, now I know my self-worth, self-love. So I feel like this person felt like you were always there and you didn't give them any oomph. You always agreed with them. Let's put it that way. And I feel like your lesson from this person was to find your own self-love in a way. Came a bit harsh. Sorry. We've all been there. I've been there. You were pushed to your spiritual awakening, the Hermit. So you have been pushed into sparking and finding that fire within you. There's something about you finding a fire and protecting your own energy in a way. So, you know, they were sent to trigger you. What else? How else do you feel about Scorpio? They want a second chance. I feel like you guys might not be on talking terms. It feels like it's dead, but they are willing to revive that spark that you guys had. I do feel like this person is might be drinking about you, thinking about how to revive this. They are. I do feel like this person is going to reach out, which will have a ripple effect. So some kind of message will literally, you know, that ripple effect when you throw a thing in the water and then the circles, you know, it's called a ripple effect. I just feel with the Page of Swords, that circle is just doing this for me. So it's going to knock you off your socks. What else? How else do you feel about Scorpio? There you go, Deb. Yeah. Missed opportunity. But this missed opportunity was there for a reason. Yeah. Divine timing. The plants needed to be, so the seeds needed to grow. So this missed opportunity was like a soul contract. You guys agreed to this. It's all going to reveal itself. You know, if it not already has revealed itself, what this person was there for in the beginning, it's now clear they were there to trigger your worth, your self-worth. But some kind of message will knock you off your feet because they do want to revive this. Thanks, Godel. Okay, Sagittarius. Whew. Where are my Sag people? Where are my Saggy Sags? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, put your placements in the chat. Hey, Tanisa. Ooh. Tanisa and Dawn, you'll get your reads this weekend. Just so you know. I got it. Thank you, Bodil. Thank you very much. Okay, timer. Sagittarius. How do you feel about Sagittarius? How do you feel about Sagittarius? How do you feel about Sagittarius? Oh, I already had the card and it slipped away. Damn it, Janet. Give me another explanation then, please. Somebody wants to escape from somewhere. They want to find an exit. Could also have somebody with an E name. I got escape, exit energy is what I'm hearing and seeing. A, B, C, D, E. They feel a lot of love for you. Somebody might even daydream, might dream about you, might fantasize about you. You got Ace of Cups. Somebody is very much in their feels for you. They're done. They're not over you. I wanted to say they're done grieving, but they're not done grieving with you. They might be over somebody else, but they're not over you. They're protecting you. They're protecting their feelings for you. They're very much aware of how they feel for you, and they don't want to mess this up. I feel like they're waiting to say something to you. How else do you feel about Sagittarius? How else do you feel about Sagittarius? Oh, what else? They feel like you got the whole world in your hands. They also feel like you're pulling the strings. They feel like they're powerless when it comes to you. They feel like you rule the world. You're like a Queen Beyonce. You're like who they put you on a pedestal. They see you as very much you're good by yourself. You ain't needing nobody. You don't need nobody. What else do you feel about Sagittarius? They're stuck on you. You could be dealing with a Pisces. They're very protective of you. They're protecting their feelings when it comes to you. I don't know if they're in an environment where they can't speak up or where they have to be very aware of their surroundings, but they really don't want to let you go. They're also awakened to this connection. You got the Hermit with the Hangman. They've surrendered, and they're also very much spiritually bing. But I feel like they need to wait for the right moment to take action. Six of Swords. They want to move this to calmer waters. They also want to move you to calmer waters. They want to give you a sense of relief. I don't know if you're waiting on an apology or something or some clarification. I feel like this person is going to come in to clarify things because there's some kind of truths that need to be spoken that haven't been told. There's a lot of unfinished business, was what I'm getting. Feels like they're leaving. They're escaping. Literally, exit plan, escaping. They're trying to get out of some kind of hellhole. What else? What else do you feel about Sag? They want to find the right moment. They might, you know what? They might find an excuse to talk to you about your hobby, something that you love. They might find a way in to take you upon something that you love to do, or they know you. They know what you are passionate about, so they're going to use that as a way in. What else? How else do you feel about Sag? I don't think it's not the right time. Why? They still need to take action on somebody emotionally manipulative is just what I heard. I feel like they have to face somebody They need to escape. You know what? It's hard to leave a narcissist or a sociopath. That's the most dangerous thing is exiting that relationship. And I feel like they need that kind of escape exit plan. That's why they're so careful. But they want to leave some kind of emotionally manipulative is what I'm getting again person behind. Oh my gosh, Tanisa. You think okay, Capricorn. Put in your Capricorn placements. I know I'm Capricorn stellium, but I have no idea where and how. Mm. Somebody's vein. My lips just dried up. That's so weird. Okay. Oh, 2 something. Okay, timer. Capricorn. How do you feel about Capricorn? Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. You could be dealing with a Leo. I just see the sunflowers in my living room, and I just heard the song Mr. Sun. And the fire alarm just went off. Well, that's the fire, sun. Somebody's very much. I hope there's no fire in my apartment just now. This timing is a bit scary. Oh, it's off. Sorry. Let me just that took like 40 seconds. Let me just restart that. Okay, this is not part of your read cap. It is part of your read Capricorn. It just stopped. Oh, so okay, timestamp from the alarm. Okay, let's start. Okay. Oh, getting Mr. Sun again, that song. Okay, how do you feel about Aquarius? Why did I say Aquarius? I wanted to say Aquarius. Capricorn, you could be dealing with Aquarius as well. How do you feel about Aquarius? Flippin' hell. Sorry. Capricorn. How do you feel about Capricorn? You're their wish fulfillment. Ah, you know what? I just heard Bloody Mary. I'm not going to say the third time, but somebody's meddling in with witchcraft, whether it's your person or it's somebody around them. Somebody's a little bit manipulative. However, your person does. There's a sense of them being drawn to your 10 of cups, but they're still in some kind of dark environment. And that fire alarm could be like, go get out of that house, wherever you're in. That's just a toxic house you're in. I'm just hearing a toxic house. There could be some bad energy in wherever your person is sat in. It's like, I don't know. It feels really weird. They need to get out wherever they're at. How do you feel about Capricorn? Clear on what? They're clear that they like you. Again, 9 of Cups. They're very shy. They're still cautious about you. They're still not sure about you, Capricorn. They're like, she's too good, they're too good, he's too good to be true. They're like, if they're witchcraft, they're like, oh, Capricorn, they're the devil card. They can't be good. They're trying to talk themselves out of admitting that you're the real deal, but they are cautious. But I think what's causing them caution is the energy they're sat in. What else? What else? What else? What else? How else do you feel about Capricorn? Yeah, you make them happy. You could be dealing with a flippin' Leo, the sun. I feel like they're very infatuated by your energy, by you, but it also feels like this person is too good to be true. But I also feel like, okay, and I don't like to say this, I do feel like there's somebody putting in wrong intentions. Whether you believe in spells or not, they are being spiritually manipulated by somebody else. And that's the real deal. I've seen it. I know it. It's real. It's not fun. Spiritual warfare ain't fun. They're very attracted to you. They have a little bit of a dark side to them, Capricorn. Whoever your person is, there is a little bit of a darker energy around them. And I feel like they know it. And I feel like they don't want you to be part of it. It's a shadow work that they still have to undergo. We all have shadow work, but I feel like they feel like there's an energy that if you see it, you'll immediately shy away from them. How else do you feel about Capricorn? They have love for you. Okay. You got the Queen of Cups here. They're very their third eye is telling them that they have feelings for you. And I mean, the heart knows, but they're also being, it feels like there's a spiritual warfare going on between the spirit guides. It's like a good and bad war battle. It's like Voldemort versus Dumbledore. Oh, why am I getting that Harry Potter thing again? What else? What else? How do you feel about? Yeah, they feel like you guys are meant to be. You're their wish fulfillment. It's Aquarius energy. They're the Aquarius that's coming through. Could be also a timeline that's important for you guys, but they do feel like you guys have been drawn together. They're watching you. There could be Leo. Again, the strength card. Somebody is definitely watching over you, Capricorn. You guys are also spiritually very protected. Guidance, work on your money. Focus on your money, Capricorn. I'm getting you guys got to find more financial stability. Sorry, that was just an extra card I pulled because, Deb, you asked me what's the guidance. Okay. Aquarius. Ooh. Where are my Aquarius people at? Where's my dog? Oh, there he is. Aquarius something, of course. Okay. Okay, let's see. Aquarius. How do you feel about Aquarius? How do you feel about Aquarius? Somebody who's very much black and white. They don't look into the gray. There's not a gray area for this person. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm quite I'm understanding it. This person This person is, God, how do I say this? Is this you, Aquarius? Upright. This is you. I'm getting a sense that it's you, Aquarius. You guys have to forgive somebody that you were committed to, or who is in a commitment, who stopped being your friend, or you might need to forgive a friend. Okay, they're in their head, you might be in your head. It's a burden. This is just an extra note that came through, because I'm like, this is not about what you want to hear. This is a different energy. Aquarius, practice releasing an energy tonight. Forgive somebody, whether it's a friend or somebody who walked away from you, who's committed, who you lost as a friend. Could be romance, could be friends, romance or friend. Okay, there's something that you need to release. Okay, thanks, spirits. Okay, now, person, how do you feel about Aquarius? How do you feel about Aquarius? Chris, that's the trigger there. That's the trigger you got to release, Missy. Okay, your person is heartbroken because they feel left out. They feel left out. They have FOMO. They're losing out on your energy. They can't feel your energy. They miss you. They go back and forth into whether they want to take action when it comes to you. How else do you feel about Aquarius? Now I'm in the flow. I knew this energy felt like something completely different. How else do you feel about Aquarius? Why? The reason also, they're trying to find an excuse as to why you guys aren't working out, because you're not giving to this energy. And they want to be chased. This person expects to be chased. And I feel like they're talking themselves into this. Well, Aquarius ain't doing anything, so clearly we're not meant to be together. But it's an excuse machine, is what I'm hearing. So they're trying to talk themselves out of why you matter, which is a defense mechanism. How else do you feel about Aquarius? Confused. Why? They're questioning on whether this person questions whether you're the real deal in terms of happiness. I feel like they're not sure if you. Why am I hearing Fata Morgana? If you're how do you say it? Fata Morgana. These illusions. There's another word for it. You know, in the desert when you see something and it's not real because you're like thirsty. I can't think of the word. What else? I can't think of the word. Yeah. Okay, I've lost it. They feel like you're. I'm not gonna go further there. How do you feel about Aquarius? Truth of the matter is, they feel like there's a missed opportunity here because of a third party. Emotionally, they don't really want to open up right now. They don't see commitment with you. Why? They feel guilty. This person likes to stay emotionally in turbulence wherever they're at before admitting that it's them as to why things are not working out. So they're finding an excuse as to why you guys aren't going to work out, and they're blaming it on you right now. I don't feel like they're in the best state. What else was I gonna say before I move? They're also trying to justify why they might be happy, but they're lying to themselves. Yeah, they're Ten of Swords. They're hurting themselves by doing that. Mirage. Thank you, Irene. Yes, Mirage. They're learning their lesson. They're going to learn their lesson. Aquarius, this was a bit scattered, okay? Because just re-listen the whole read, because I did forget to say something and I got off track because there's a lot of energies here. This person is, first of all, confused. They also know that there was a missed opportunity here due to a third party. They're not giving because they think you're not giving, so clearly it can't be right. They don't see you as relationship potential because I don't even know why. I think because where was I going with that? They don't see you as potential because they're emotionally A, not awake, and B, they don't think you're for real. The mirage. They think it's make believe. There we go. Sorry. Got there in the end. Okay, Pisces. And yes, you got to forgive yourself for you, Chris, not for the other people. Do it for you. The last ones, Pisces, put your placements in the chat. I'm almost done this skip. Okay, almost. Almost. I know. I know. Okay, go back down, my baby. Hey, Victorious Queen. Woo! Oh, you got caught on my thing. Oh, hey, baby. Okay. No, don't give me that look. Sorry. Oh. No, I don't know if you did. Did you? I think you did tell me, Chris. I think you did. Yes. Okay, Pisces. Pisces in the house. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about Pisces? How do you feel about Pisces? Ugh, this person, come on. They want to come towards you. I feel like somebody wanting to wheel into your life. They're very protective of how they feel about you. They're longing for you, but they're holding on to something that they feel is secure. You could be dealing with a Libra. You got somebody who wants your happiness. There's something about autumn time that might be important for you. Got Justice card falling out, Pisces. Somebody is longing for you. I feel some kind of yearning. I feel like they're holding on to an energy that is vindictive. Your person could be committed to somebody who's, I wouldn't say dangerous, but very possessive, very not possessive. It's very much, you're not going anywhere. I worked for this. They're very much holding on to your person's energy. They're longing for you. How else do you feel about Pisces? They want to revive this with you. But they're being watched by somebody. Somebody might be meddling with them, holding on to their energy. Okay, you got two energies here, Pisces. Your person might be trapped in a connection that's trying to hold on to them. Why are you not investing? They're not investing because they're trapped in they're in a sleep state. They've been put to rest. They're in some kind of sleep state by somebody. They're being influenced by somebody, Pisces. You could be dealing with a Libra. I got the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. How else do you feel about? Did I put on the timer for Pisces? No. I just saw 2121 on my phone. What else? How else do you feel about Pisces? They miss you. They miss you and they miss your energy and your love. They feel left out in the cold. They also feel like they're not in a place where there is love. They want to move towards you. They want to move towards your energy. They're very determined. They want to talk to you. They have something to say to you. You could also be dealing with a Cancer. How else do you feel about Cancer, Pisces? Okay, let me know when it's over, FK, yeah? How do you feel about Pisces? How else? Queen of Wands in reverse. They see you as Queen Bee. You got everything. You also got things in control. You're very all-knowing. I feel like they know you're spiritual. They feel like you already know what's happening. Four of Cups. They might have rejected you. They also feel pulled back, always back into your energy. They want to come back around. They might have some kind of, they might come around towards you during a full moon time cycle, okay? Why is the Devil there? They once they put an end to the Devil energy, they're going to come back around. You could also be dealing with a Capricorn, but somebody will be no longer able to suck their energy. It feels like they're caught with an energy vampire or a leech or somebody that keeps sucking their energy out, the life out of them, and they're going to put an end to this. They're preserving their energy. They're going to get there. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Why? They're going to see that that person who they're with is no longer investing. Okay. It's a commitment that's not committing. Yeah. There's going to be some conflict. They're going to like part ways. Okay. Am I done? FK? I'm not sure. Let me pull one more card. Queen of Cups. They love you. That you're their Queen of Cups here upright. They're not saying it. King of Swords in reverse. But they love you. You could be dealing with an air sign here. You're not giving to this, Pisces. You're very defensive. It could be because they're still in the third energy, but you're very calm. You're very calm. You might have moved on to calmer waters. Okay, pull me one more advice for Pisces. Don't talk to them. Just keep them silent. King of Swords in reverse. Don't say anything. That's your advice. Okay, let's do one all signs. All sign, their sign. Let's do what shall we do? I'm open to suggestions, and then I'm gonna take my buddy out for a WALK. Can't say it out loud. Any suggestions for all signs, their sign? Next 48 hours. Okay. I mean, you kind of got a little bit of action in it, didn't you, Dawn, in the reads? Okay, all signs, next 48 hours. So what, okay, what's happening for you in the next 48 hours then? Not theirs. All signs, your sign. Let's change that up. Next 48 hours for Aries, what's happening? You're going to make a decision on starting over something new, on starting an endeavor, on maybe exploring something, maybe taking up a new hobby. If you're a Taurus, you might break somebody's heart. You might break somebody's heart who's new, a new date coming in. You might take a leap of faith. Maybe because you've healed from some heartbreak or you've experienced heartbreak, you're just going to be a little bit act a fool. But I do feel like you're going to break somebody's heart. If you're a Gemini, you're going to find commitment with your soulmate. You're going to find that commitment with a soulmate within the next 48 hours. Let's see if that's true. I'm sorry. I should not laugh out loud. Let's put it different. Because I mean, if any Geminis come up to me in 2 days and say you got engaged, please tell me I told you so. Gemini, you know what? You might meet your soulmate within the next 48 hours. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. You're gonna with 48 hours. Okay, you're gonna continue detaching even more emotionally. You're gonna make some breakthroughs. You're gonna have some breakthroughs. Leo, if you're a Leo, you're gonna free yourself and invest into the right things that are good for you. You might take up a new hobby, but you're gonna free yourself from something. If you're you could also free yourself from people's opinion. If you are a Virgo, don't take on any new endeavors right now, but embrace that Empress energy. Use the full moon to attract. Okay, this is you guys. Use that full moon because you're an Empress energy right now, Virgo. Right? 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Libra. There might be some conflict. Because you hear something, some kind of news that you don't want to hear, there might be some conflict. Or you just stand your ground. Just be ready to stand your ground and to stay true to yourself. If you are a Scorpio, you're going to make a decision on ending something, whether that's within yourself, whether that's cutting off somebody, putting something to an end, ending a relationship, a divorce, whatever. You're putting something to an end. You're no longer going to hold on to something. Could be even selling something. If you are a Sagittarius, you're going to get some attention. Just continue to hold back, preserve your energy, work on your chakras. You're going to get some kind of attention from some people. I don't know why I'm saying that. That's just what I'm getting. Capricorn. If you're a Capricorn, you might meet a new soul connection, and this will be spiritually a soul connect, like a spiritual teacher or a love connection. Getting two different energies here. Could be a Taurus. If you're something that's going to bring you into higher vibrations. If you're an Aquarius, am I an Aquarius? 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, if you're Aquarius, the next 48 hours, you might have some competition about signing something, going through something legally. You might need to fight for a promotion, a new contract. There might be a little bit of competition, or you might be up for an interview where you have competition, but I do see you signing something. And if you're a Pisces, you're gonna focus onto your self-love and not give to any other people. You're gonna just embrace your own love. Queen of Cups. Okay. There we go. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Biscuit, come here. Come here. Say goodbye and hi. Come here. Come here to me. You go for a walk? There we go. Magic words. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm going to be online again on either Saturday or Sunday. Okay, I'll let you know when the Zodiac mystery was. Thank you, guys. Biscuit, say goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, y'all.